Here we have three photographs that are rather significant events in the career of Pierre Elliot Trudeau, perhaps Canada's most famous Prime Minister. Here he is in 1969 with John and Yoko. They're at the end of their crusade for peace and took a trip to Ottawa at the very end of 1969. And Trudeau was the only national leader to have met with them on this crusade of theirs. This is a rather famous picture called the pirouette, and it's at Buckingham Palace, and it was a G7 conference. The way the story is told is that Trudeau was separated from his wife at the time, wanted to bring a date to the event, was told that was not allowed because of protocol. He was obviously miffed by that, and after the formal portrait was taken, with the Queen and the other dignitaries making their way off to the dining room, unbeknownst to anyone and just rather spontaneously, Trudeau did this little pirouette, and luckily Doug Ball was able to take a very quick picture of it. Made the negatives that night, and made a print when they all get back onto the plane to return to Canada the next morning. Doug Ball had passed this photograph around, and people were getting a chuckle out of it, and it eventually went into the hands of Trudeau himself, and he kept it for himself. This is, certainly the crowning achievement of his political career. This is the signing of the Constitution, and taken by Ron Poling, and I love the way he was able to get this viewpoint, because it really isolates the really key people that were involved with this endeavor. And I just love seeing the smiling face of Trudeau and less of an enthusiastic expression on the Queen's face as she's signing the document. These are all part of a limited edition that was done with the Canadian Press Archive, who represent these photographs and these photographers, and they were made as a special edition around 15 years ago.